Is the relentless pursuit of power a path to fulfillment or a slow descent into self-destruction? We crave influence, yet the very act of grasping for it can leave us feeling more empty, more isolated than ever. As Carl Jung wisely observed, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Are you ready to confront the hidden cost of ambition and rewrite your destiny? You chase power. The climb is exhilarating, isn't it? It's about filling a void, a gaping hole carved by past insecurities, by unmet needs, by the shadow self that you've relentlessly pushed aside. Maybe it's a fear of vulnerability, a deep-seated belief that you're not inherently worthy, that you need external validation to prove your worth. Perhaps it's a childhood wound, a forgotten trauma that fuels your desperate need for control. Carl Jung understood this shadow self, this hidden part of ourselves that we desperately try to repress. What if your ambition wasn't about dominating others, but about empowering them, collaborating with them, creating something truly meaningful together? What if true power lies not in control, but in authentic leadership, guided by purpose and compassion? This is not about abandoning your ambition, it's about transforming it. It's about acknowledging the shadows within, understanding their roots, and integrating them into a more complete, more powerful self. You chase influence, prestige, recognition, yet the more you grasp, the more elusive true satisfaction becomes. This isn't just ambition, it's a desperate scramble, a frantic attempt to fill a void you can't quite name. That void, my friend, is the root of power's corrosion. It stems not from a lack of external validation, but from a deep inner insecurity, a fractured self desperately seeking wholeness from the outside in. Your ruthless ambition, your Machiavellian tendencies, these may be reflections of a hidden fear, a wound from the past, a desperate attempt to control what you fear within. It's not that you were born ruthless. You became that way as a coping mechanism, a defense against inner chaos. Your hunger for power isn't a testament to your strength, but a symptom of an unresolved inner conflict. What shadow self are you trying to control, and what would happen if you finally faced it, truly saw it, embraced it, integrated it into the whole of who you are? The path to genuine power begins within the deepest recesses of your own being. Dare to explore, you chase power. You feel the intoxicating rush of success, the heady thrill of influence. But beneath the surface, a gnawing unease festers. The victories feel hollow. The accolades ring false. Carl Jung, the visionary psychologist, illuminated this hidden realm, the repository of our repressed desires, anxieties, and instincts. It's the part of ourselves we refuse to acknowledge, the uncomfortable truths we bury deep within. The ruthlessness you sometimes display, the Machiavellian tactics that seem so necessary in your climb, aren't inherent traits but manifestations of this shadow, desperate for control because it fears its own vulnerability. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Those ruthless maneuvers, that relentless pursuit of power, they are not just choices. They are the unconscious expression of your shadow, acting out your deepest fears and insecurities. The shadow isn't evil, it's simply the unintegrated parts of you. It wants to be seen, understood, and accepted. The reframe isn't about rejecting ambition. It's about understanding its source. This requires a journey of self-discovery, a willingness to look into the darker corners of your psyche, to face those shadows head-on, and integrate their energy into a more complete and authentic self. Are you ready to confront the darkness within and transform the energy of your ambition into a force for genuine, lasting power? You've clawed your way up. The taste of success is bitter, isn't it? That promotion, that deal, that victory, it should feel triumphant, yet a hollow ache remains. It's not about true power, it's born from a deeper place, a fear, perhaps. A fear rooted in insecurity in the shadow self Jung described. Do you remember that childhood wound, that moment of feeling powerless, insignificant? That unhealed wound continues to bleed, manifesting as this insatiable hunger for control, this desperate need for external validation. It's a deceptive illusion, masking the very vulnerability you're so desperately trying to bury. But what if you reframed power? What if, instead of seeking dominance, you focused on influence, on empowerment? It's not about controlling others, it's about inspiring them, leading by example, and elevating those around you. Imagine the power of genuine connection, of collaboration, of contribution. The most potent power isn't control, it's the conscious choice to build, not to conquer. You feel the gnawing emptiness, don't you? The relentless pursuit of power, the climbing, the striving, and yet, even at the summit, a chilling hollowness remains. The cheers fade, the accolades become dust, and you're left staring into the abyss of your own making. This isn't the victory you imagined, it's a stark reminder of something fundamentally missing. This hidden pain manifests as an insatiable hunger for control, a desperate attempt to fill that void, to prove your worth to yourself and the world. That craving isn't inherently malicious, it's a distorted reflection of your yearning for wholeness. This is where Carl Jung's concept of the shadow self comes into play. The shadow, that hidden, unacknowledged part of yourself, harbors your repressed fears, your unintegrated desires, the very anxieties fueling your ambition. What if, instead of seeing power as domination and control, we see it as influence and empowerment? What if your ambition, stripped bare of its shadow, is not about conquering others but lifting them? Instead of maneuvering for advantage, what if you chose to focus on authentic leadership, on collaboration and genuine connection? This isn't about denying your ambition, but about transforming its source, from a hunger for self-aggrandizement to a desire to make a meaningful contribution. You've tasted the bitter sting of betrayal, felt the icy grip of doubt tighten around your ambition. You've worked tirelessly, clawed your way upwards, only to find the summit a lonely, windswept place. The exhilarating rush of success has faded, replaced by a gnawing emptiness. You've played the Machiavellian game, perhaps even won, yet the victory feels hollow, the price too high. This isn't weakness, it's the universal struggle against the shadow of ambition, the hidden cause. Carl Jung understood this battle. He spoke of the shadow self, the dark side, the repressed fears and desires that fuel our destructive patterns. Until you make the unconscious conscious, Jung warned, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Your Machiavellian strategies, your ruthless tactics, these are not inherent traits but desperate attempts to control the shadow's power, to silence the whispers of self-doubt. So ask yourself, what is the authentic purpose that burns within you, independent of the approval of others? What values will guide your actions even when the path is challenging? This is the crucible where true leadership is forged, a journey into the heart of your shadow and out into the light of your own authentic power. You feel it, don't you? That gnawing emptiness beneath the surface of your achievements. You climbed, you clawed, you sacrificed, for what? This relentless drive often stems from a hidden place, a shadowy corner of your psyche. It's the voice of your insecurities, whispering doubts and fears, telling you that you're not enough, that you need to prove yourself, to dominate, to control. This isn't about innate ruthlessness, it's about a deep-seated fear, a fear of vulnerability, of inadequacy, perhaps a wound from your past that continues to bleed. He said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Your ambition, your relentless pursuit of power may be a projection of your shadow self, a desperate attempt to control what you fear most within yourself. The ruthless tactics, the manipulation, these are coping mechanisms born of fear and insecurity. But there's another way, a path that leads not to domination but to influence. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to confront the darkest parts of yourself. But by integrating your shadow, by understanding the root of your ambition, you can break free from the self-destructive cycle. You can transform your hunger for power into a purposeful drive, a life of meaning and fulfillment. Are you ready to reclaim your power, to choose a path of integrity and genuine influence beyond the shadow of ambition?